Now, from the home of the 2021 PGA Championship, EA Sports coverage of the world of golf brings us to South Carolina and the ocean course at Kiowa Island. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, this golf course is a challenge. Kiowa Island, what makes it so tricky?
First and foremost, the weather. You could play 2 rounds of golf at Kiowa and you wouldn't think you were playing the same golf course. You play it on a still day, the course is relatively easy and a fun walk. Play it on a windy day and this is just flat out hard. Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. This is a pretty straightforward putt overall, but we are going up a gentle slope. Needs an extra bit of gas.
That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Pete Dye always felt that the best way to play this 6th hole, Frank, was right to left off the tee with the wind coming off your left shoulder. You agree with that? That's the right way to go?
Yeah, I still think you've got to hit it down that left side. One of Pete Dye's sort of genius architectural traits is he forces you to aim what you think is in the right direction. Then when you get down there, you realize it's too far to one side. This looks like you should hit it down the right, but promise me, hit it down the right, you're going to be in the rough.
Wow, even though that'll be a bogey, that is about as good as you can do right there.
That ball took a peek at the hole. Excellent shot.
So a drop shot right there, and now at 1 over par for the day. Next up, the par 4 12th at 484 yards. The fairway here is one of the most generous on the course, but the closer you get to the hole, the more that lagoon and bunker start to make their presence felt. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that races right on by. Yeah, maybe a little defensive there, as that'll come up short. So from even par, that's back-to-back bogeys now as he'll drop to +2 for his round. The first of our holes where that ocean really comes into view is this one, the par 3 14th. Go ahead, soak it all in, breathe that ocean air. It's nice, isn't it? But you'll need to snap to quickly because at 238 yards, this is no ordinary par 3. Working back up from below the putting surface, this a second. 15 feet away. Got it there, but not quite on target. That's another bogey now at 3 over for the day. So, partner, as always, I enjoyed it. Watching golf, calling golf. Let's do it again soon.
We got the best seat in the house, Rich.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Doda Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you. From Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, this is EA Sports continuing coverage of the world of golf. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joined by Frank Navalo. And Frank, the setting here at Augusta National, as always, is ideal. You could just sort of sit and watch and soak it all in. But you have to get out there and play. So what are the keys to being successful here?
Getting used to the uphill and downhill lies. And you see that on what is regarded really as the most perfect par 5 ever created. That's 13. Because if you had a nice tee shot and you're going to go for that green across the tributary of Rays Creek, then you better used to be having the ball above your feet. And of course, then you get to 16, and I'm going to steal a line, from the great Vern Lundquist. Yes, sir, and yes, sir, you're playing a beauty.
1 over for the day. We make our way now to the 180-yard par 3 6th, second par 3 on the first 9 here at Augusta. Elevated tee looks down on a 2-tiered undulating green that will absolutely test you. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Well, Frank, it's not ideal, but sometimes psychologically a bogey's not that bad.
It would have been easy to come completely off the rails there, so I'll take a bogey.
Okay, no problem with that one. Welcome to the 155-yard par 3 12. Maybe the most famous par 3 in the world. Hogan's Bridge, Rays Creek, you're familiar with all the names. A bunker in front of the green and 2 behind. Club selection and trying best as you can to gauge the wind, absolutely critical. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Par 3 16th here at Augusta National, and so many of the most indelible moments in the history of the sport happen right here at this short par 3. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. He has a 12-footer here. Oh no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. Frank, we hear the word aura. EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, it's opening round coverage of the event known as Q School. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. We've got a tie at the top at 3 under par. Let's get into the action as we pick things up at the par 3 7th. Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, it's opening round coverage of the event known as Q School. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top. Let's get into the action as we pick things up at the par 3 7th. And that's going to be too strong. It is into one of the 2 back bunkers around this 7th green.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, it's opening round coverage of the event known as Q School. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. Some good names up there, including our leader. Let's get into the action as we pick things up at the par 3 7th. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second.
Oh boy, far from a good shot that.
Just going to sneak on by. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. Getting ready to tee off now at the 8th. And Frank, this hole has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, even though it's a pretty hole, Rich, it's a fairway you must hit because that second shot here is one of the toughest on the golf course.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Yeah, that is into the water in front of this 8th green. All right, so he'll take his drop, and with a penalty stroke added, that'll become his 4th now to the par 4. Well, that, not his finest effort, and it's going to leave a very anxious putt to save bogey. Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. All right, that's in for a double bogey 6. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter.
Rounding out the front 9 here at Bay Hill, 474-yard par 4. Frank, you've played this hole before. Where are you lining up when you step onto the tee here?
There's an out of bounds all the way down the left side that you have to be cognizant of, but that bunker, 290 yards carries it, and yet again another hole that favors the long hitter.
Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. We start the backside at Bay Hill with a par 4, 400-yard dog leg to the right. 2 bunkers through the fairway and 1 on the right. Accuracy off the tee is critical. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Pin tucked in the back right here as he readies his second.
Good shot again there. Well thought out. Landing the ball short, letting the ball run onto the green. And inside, well, I'd call that a birdie putt. So that's birdie range.
Nope. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain at +4. These 4 days are going to be a grind. That's the nature of Q School. But day 1, Frank, it's in the books.
Yeah, day 1 of 4, Rich, but, you know, it's cutthroat. It's basically pass or fail.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Arnie's Place, Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, today it's second round coverage of Q School. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. So let's get out to the course as we join the action on the tee at the par 5 4th. A little strong on the chip right there, certainly not ideal.
Oh, that's for sure, and that leaves double bogey on the table.
Good putt there, though it is a bogey here at par 5, and he'll fall back now to 5 over par. Frank, now to the 5th. What's the strategy here at this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker. With a little trailing breeze, you might even get close to the green.
Yeah, this is not the biggest of fairways, so that is a good shot here at 5. Should be able to spin this if he wants. 96 yards left for his second. Down to Iona, this for birdie.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Oh, never a doubt. That one was tracking the entire way. It is in for a spectacular birdie. And that step in the right direction. He's going to need a few more of these as we go along, as he is 2 shots outside the cut line. On to the par 5 6th hole. This is one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill. Frank, what does it take to stay out of trouble on this hole?
Well, I always thought horseshoes were lucky. The 6th hole shaped like a horseshoe was anything other than that. You fear a little left and big problems.
Oh yeah, that is dry, and it is spectacular. What a drive here at 6.
I dare say a touch too aggressive. Try to fly it all the way and expect it to hold. It is very ambitious. Look what's happened.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll stay right where he is. Frank, the good news as you come to the 7th after that beast of a par 5 is that it's just under 200 yards. There's no water.
Yeah, it's not as long as the 2nd, but it's just as demanding. Very narrow entry into this green.
A little too much spice on that one. That flies the green, and he'll be chipping out of the rough. Now a second to this par 3.
Oh boy, far from a good shot that.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. That one safely in for a bogey. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Frank, as you step to the tee here at the 8th, what are you seeing?
Another hole that suits the long hitter, Rich. That bunker just over 300 yards. The further you get down there, the shorter club you have in over the water.
And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway.
It's a good shot, but does leave that little uphill putt, so that one will be slow.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And he's got to be happy where this ball will end up. Just slightly uphill, looks almost dead straight.
Just 5 feet left. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he's going to stay at +5. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. What's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker.
Yeah, that's a good tee shot right there. Got a little extra run out. That's where you want to be. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. That's a bit offline. And it'll leave a good 4 feet coming back. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. So for our featured golfer, Frankie, it is on to the weekend. Who knows? If you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly.